So if you own your own business, I think in some contexts, it's really important to track where your revenue is coming from, tracking where your clients or customers are coming from. Of course, this depends on the context, and that's what I'm going to explain in this video. So by track where your customers are coming from, how did they find you? Did they do a Google search? Did someone refer them to you? Did they look in a phone book? Did another business mention you? Did they find you on social media? Where are they actually coming from? How did they find you? And in some contexts, this might be really difficult to do or it might not make sense. Think, for example, if you are a restaurant with high volume of transactions, it might be pretty difficult to determine where your customers are coming from. So in that case, it might be good to ask them, especially starting out when you're slower. If people are coming to your restaurant, it would be good to ask them, how they found you. That can be important for marketing or developing strategies to market your business better. But it would be pretty difficult to track that if you're having, 200 transactions per day. Whereas if you are a photographer, doing wedding photography or a website developer, you're going to have a lot fewer clients, a lot fewer transactions. So in that case, it would be a lot easier to track where your clients are coming from. And there are a number of reasons why I think this is valuable and why this should be done, especially starting out. It's just going to help your business, help you understand your business, help you understand where to spend your time, where to spend your resources, what's working, what isn't, which is really important for a business in the first, 2 to 3 years of operations. So for starters, if you are using social media, whether that's just organic posts or paid posts, it's good to track conversions to see if those posts, especially ads, paid ads, are actually working, if those are generating clients for you. If they are working, then maybe you want to spend more on an ad spend, or if they're working organically, maybe you want to spend some money and convert those organic posts to ads. If they're not working, maybe you need to tweak something. So it can be important for social media, and it's easier to track on social media because there's all these back-end tracking platforms and analytics available to you. So that's really important in that context, just to make sure that your ad spend is generating clients for you. Another reason why this is important is to reward certain behavior. So maybe a lot of your customers are coming to you from word of mouth through your employees or through other businesses that you know, or something like that. So if that's been a good source of customers for you, you can connect with those businesses or those individuals more and find ways to actually incentivize them to do that and reward them for bringing you customers or clients. So it can be useful in that form as well. Another reason why it's important is that it can help you determine the best use of your time. As a business owner, you're having to wear a lot of hats, do a lot of different things. So if you can kind of track where your customers are coming from, you might find that you spent all this time going to networking groups, or all this time on social media, or all this time and money creating, a website or radio ads or something like that. But if it's not generating many clients for you, then maybe you'll realize that it's not a great use of your time and money, whereas maybe some other method that you've been using is really generating a lot of clients. Even though you haven't been spending much time on it, that would indicate that it's probably good for you to switch your focus and spend more time and resources on that one channel, that one method that actually is resulting in new business for you. Another reason for tracking where your customers, where your clients, where your sales are coming from is because it can allow you to develop valuable business partnerships. So maybe you're getting a bunch of clients from a real estate agent or an accountant or an insurance broker or a social media expert or someone like that. There might be a great partnership there in a certain industry where you can realize that maybe you should connect with other people in that same field, because there is a lot of synergy. Maybe there's a mutually beneficial relationship. If you're getting a lot of clients from one person in that industry, maybe it makes sense for you to build relationships with multiple people in that same industry. So obviously there are a lot of reasons why you should track where your customers and clients are coming from, especially in the early stages of your business. And I'm sure there are plenty more reasons other than this. I just wanted to list a few of them. But just to finish up this video, how do you actually track them? What method can you use to track them? Especially in the case of a business, like if you're a website developer or a photographer and you're just doing your bookkeeping in a spreadsheet, then that's easy. When you input the revenue from the customer or the client that you have, what I do is just to the side, I put the source, how did they find me? So that would be an easy way to do it, especially for low volume transactions. And then if you use bookkeeping software, accounting software, you can probably just add a memo. Maybe you can add an extra category to that sale to make a note as to the source of them. It would depend on the accounting software that you have, but that would be a method as well. I mean, you can always just write this down on paper too and try and track it very manually and not so digitally, but it is important to track it so you have more data, and the more data you have, the more you can analyze your business, the more you can take actions to improve your business and get efficient with how you spend your time and your resources. So hopefully this video was helpful. If you liked it, please click like. If you want to check out my other videos, I have over 100 on YouTube here covering business management and business startup topics. If you have a question on those topics, feel free to leave it in the comment section below and I will address it there. And if you're interested in working with me, I offer a free one-on-one consultation, and I will leave the link to that in the video description.